My name is Viren and welcome to this series on AngularJS. This series is going to be covering various parts of Google's popular web framework, AngularJS. We are going to start off learning about AngularJS version 1.6, and then we are also going to move on and learn about features of the new versions, that is 2.x and subsequently 4.x. So let's get started. As you can see here, we have got this website open, angularjs.org, that is Google's official AngularJS website. This website is mainly targeted for AngularJS 1.x, whereas for AngularJS 2.x and onwards, Google has made a different website, angular.io. The reason is that there are some substantial differences between AngularJS 1.x and 2.x. As we learn further, we will understand some of those differences and hopefully develop a better understanding of AngularJS. Let's get started. In this website, when you click on download, so you are given various options that you can select and use for getting AngularJS. I have already downloaded AngularJS into my computer, so I'm not going to do anything. But as you can see, these various choices are available, and I will suggest that you should download the minified version 1.6 for best results. Over here, as you can see, I have downloaded the minified version as well as the full version of AngularJS. So I'm just going to copy this minified version and use it throughout this series. I've created a separate place where I will be creating my projects, and later on I will also upload them somewhere on GitHub and share the URL with you so that you can download and access them. So let's try our first demo. So I'm just going to create a new folder, call it session 1, and I will be numbering these folders in sequence so that when you download these files, you do not get confused about the sequence of the files. Let's go into this folder and paste our file, angular.main.js. For working with Angular, it's always good to have a text editor that you are comfortable with, and personally, I prefer using Microsoft Visual Studio Code. Prior to starting with this video, I have already downloaded and installed Visual Studio Code on my machine. So let me just open it by right-clicking anywhere in the folder and clicking on Open with Code. Visual Studio Code has now opened, and as you can see here, it's showing me contents of my folder. So let's go ahead and create a couple of files. The first will be an HTML file, and the second will be a JavaScript file. The HTML file is going to contain all the stuff that users of our website will be able to see, and APP is going to contain the code that we write using Angular. So first, let's start off with our HTML part. I prefer to write code that is compliant with various web standards, and in this case you can see that by mentioning doc type HTML, I am indicating my compliance with the HTML5 standard. So I'm just going to create a bit of basic HTML, and then we will start off talking about where we are going to use Angular in this particular example. Now, essentially what we do with Angular is that we control parts of our page and add functionalities to the page with help of Angular. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to define a section in my page which is going to be controlled by Angular, and I do that with help of a div. Now when you say ng app tells Angular to take control of this particular section. If you want Angular to control the whole page, you can even apply ng app to the body or head sections, or even HTML for that matter. However, there is very little that Angular can do in head. So ideally, it should be either body or a part of the body. Now, within this div, you can have various sections that Angular handles separately. We do that with the help of controllers. In Angular, a controller is nothing but a piece of code that allows you to manage a part of the page. To keep this example simple, we're just going to have one controller. But in a real life scenario, you may have many controllers in a single website. To define which section will be handled by a controller, we say ng controller. Let's call it home controller. Please note that over here we are just delimiting sections of our page which will be handled by Angular, but this is in no way a declaration of what Angular is going to do. The actual declaration of what Angular will do for us will be done in the next phase when we work on this app.js file. Right now, I'm just going to come in here and complete this section. So I'm going to add a script tag and include angular.min.js, which we already have in our project. Next, I'm going to include this app.js file as well. Now with this, we have a basic framework in place that will let us work with Angular in our website. Let's move on to this app.js file. And over here, the first thing that we need is to declare a module. In Angular, we have this module function that lets us declare a module. Essentially, a module is nothing but a piece of code that does something. Now, what is something? So, that is purely limited to our imagination. But yes, at the most basic level, a module is going to contain at least a controller. So in this case, I have declared a controller called home controller, and a controller itself is nothing but a function, as you can see here. I have declared a controller called home controller and provide the function which is going to be invoked whenever this controller is called. To keep this example simple, we are going to demonstrate a very powerful feature of Angular that lets the controller share data with our HTML. So for that, we have to use something called scope. In Angular, scope is a service. Now, service is nothing but a piece of logic that we can call from anywhere in our site. In this case, scope is a built-in service provided by Angular. We will learn more about services later, but for now, let's understand that a service can be whatever we want. So in this case, what is the job of scope? Scope lets us share data between the HTML and our code. Let's see how. I say scope dot and I declare a variable called message. So in this case, I am just saying that message will contain a value hide from Viren. Right now we just want to keep it very simple. I come back to my HTML, and as you can see, ng app corresponds to the name of our module, and here we gave the same value app1 which we have given over here. Similarly, the value of ng controller, that is from controller, corresponds to the name of our controller function over here. Now, how do we access this message in our HTML? So I come in here, and this is extremely important. Because we have set the value within our controller, we have to access it within this div. It will not make sense to our page outside this div. So let's go and see how. So I'm just going to come in here and use something known as a binding expression. A binding expression starts off with a pair of curly brackets and ends with a pair of curly brackets. Essentially, a binding expression tells Angular to go and evaluate whatever we've written inside and to display its value. So for example, here we are saying that get us the value of message. So Angular will then start searching within this section, and it will find message inside scope, because scope is shared between the controller and the section of the page that is managed by the controller. So with this, let's save everything and let's go see how our page works. So I'm going to come in here and I'll just open it with my browser. So here you can see that we have just got the value of message displayed in our page. Now, just one last point that I want to include here is a message indicating what this particular page is going to do. So I'm just going to say welcome to AngularJS. When we come and refresh our page, we are getting this prompt along with the output that Angular code is giving us. Now, I have purposely done this to indicate that when we are using AngularJS, we can mix Angular code